Round 15 of the All Flag State Premier League saw Inglewood United play host to Mandurah City at 6PR Stadium. Inglewood were desperate to get back to winning ways as they had drawn 1 and lost 2 since the injury to Livewire and Dumba Mikechi. As the quarter-hour mark approached, a deep cross from the left fell to Danny Richmond, who slipped past Robbie Ham before crossing, but the recovering Ham chopped him down from behind. Former A-League player Adrian Caceres stood over the ball and then curled an absolutely superb free kick over and around the defence and into the goal off the back post. 1-0 to Inglewood. A wonderfully flighted free kick, leaving the Mandurah keeper Tim Smith a mere spectator. Was Caceres the spark Inglewood needed with Mikechi missing? On the half hour, Inglewood snuffed out a Mandurah attack and the ball fell to James Samet, who played it infield to Caceres. Following a turn that gave him space, he ran through the heart of the Mandurah side, played a sharp 1-2 with Grant, but pushed his shot wide as Smith closed him down. Mandurah continually gave up cheap possession, and when Danny Richmond robbed Seb Bell, Inglewood counter-attacked. Samet fed Caceres, but Grant failed to control his awkward ball into the box. As the first half came to a close, Caceres again showed his skill. Receiving the ball in the middle of the park, Bright came back to pressure him as the defence sat off him. But he slipped free, then ran across the box, beating Richmond and Stairs before unleashing a wonderful strike that hit the underside of the bar. It bounced out of the goal and Mandurah eventually scrambled it clear. The second half saw Mandurah come out looking to make Inglewood pay for their missed chances. Jeff Bright surged up the middle of the park and then slid a well-weighted pass to Garin Collins, but Tazeski was down well to save. Inglewood, however, were always the more threatening. Dugdale fed Samet, who passed to Caceres. He ran at the defender and then slipped the ball back to Dugdale. Townsend's clearance from his cross hit Smith, and his namesake in goal did well to prevent an own goal. In the 63rd minute, Smith didn't do quite so well. Jason Colley carried the ball upfield for Inglewood and then found Caceres in space. With no one closing him down, he tried his luck. The young keeper was slow to get down and the ball ended up in the back of the net. The defence stands off Caceres. His shot is not well struck, but Smith is slow to get down, gets a glove to it, but lacks the strength to keep it out. 2-0 to Inglewood. Mandurah continued to battle away, and in the 72nd minute they got their just rewards. After a good build-up with Bright and Dos Santos, a deep ball was played into the box, and Tom Straker won the aerial battle to head home. Mandurah had a lifeline. Inglewood appealed for a push as Straker climbed to head home, but referee Joe Fazzari saw no infringement and Mandurah had 17 minutes to find an equaliser. And search for it they did. Good build-up down the right saw Collins feed Bell in space, and he crossed to the back post, picking out the run of Straker, but his downward header went the wrong side of the post. Minutes later they had another gilt-edged opportunity. Substitute Darren Broxton played a good give and go with Bell before picking out the run of Collins, but he lifted his shot over the crossbar when he should have done better, and he knew it. In the 83rd minute they were caught on the counter-attack. Richmond won the ball and fed Caceres. His first-time ball fell to Jake Geddes, who ran at the Mandurah defence, drew the keeper and then slipped the ball to Samet, who side-footed into the empty net to give Inglewood the game. Geddes stays calm, draws the keeper and unselfishly sets up Samet for the easiest of finishes into an empty net. Soon after, the final whistle sounded and Inglewood were back to winning ways. Mandurah, however, had slipped to second bottom and have a tough second half of the season ahead of them.